Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video we're gonna look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of December in the areas of love and relationships. As usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. And before we jump into it, I want to thank all of you who's been with me throughout this year. I'm really grateful for you. Now, your oracle card says full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So maybe the time when full moon was in Taurus or will be in Taurus is a very important time for you in terms of realizing your dreams. But as you can see, this is all about requiring a plan, a practical plan. Because, in order to manifest your dreams, it's not enough just to think about it. Yes, thoughts become things, but you also need to do something about it, right? You need to imagine it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you also need to make moves as well, because you cannot just wish for it, right? Like, for example, you want to have a relationship, you can create all the list of the people, uh, what the personality traits of what you want. But if you're just sitting home reading your book, well, guess what? Nothing's gonna happen. So if you wanna meet someone, well, maybe you need to get out more. Maybe you need to get on the apps, even though, yes, it's not the best experience. But nonetheless, you need to kind of have a plan how you're gonna meet the person of your dreams. You need to have a plan as well how you're gonna evolve the relationship you might be in. Right? So some of you might be a little bit lazy when this card comes up, a little bit bored as well. Uh, and also make sure that you are not surrounded by negative energy. Just kind of looking at that green green colors, maybe some of you are envious or jealous, and if you're kind of in that energy, that's all you're attracting as well. So nonetheless, it's time for you to be a little bit more realistic, get grounded, and work through any kind of negative feelings that you might have. And it's time for you to put together a practical plan for your dreams. All right, let's see what the tarot is telling us. In the center of your reading, you do have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is all about moving on, transitioning, and leaving the difficulties, the challenges behind, which are represented by those big waves behind him, and arriving to calmer shores. Like this is kind of like when you're going into a new direction and you're unsure because you're kind of a little bit hesitant about the changes that might come in. You might be a little bit afraid. So this definitely can be connected to moving. For example, some of you might be moving. Some of you might be leaving a person, a situation behind, and you are kind of hesitant into the new direction. But obviously, this is kind of like a beginning where you might be afraid of how things gonna go. Maybe you're in a fresh relationship and you're kind of not sure. Others might be that maybe there's kind of like a longer saying goodbye from a relationship, or maybe some of you restarting something with someone and you're kind of hesitant. It's like, should I go into this direction or no? But let's see what are the surrounding energies. The first card of your reading is the Four of Cups. Well, the Four of Cups is a very dreamy card because you can kind of see he's sitting under the tree and dreaming. But this card can also be connected to being bored, being disconnected, having apathy for the world, and kind of having lost the excitement for something. Because all he's doing is focusing on those three cups that are empty, that are representing all the disappointments that he went through. And when something new is coming in, he's expecting, oh my God, it's gonna be the same thing again. Well, it won't be, because it's coming from the universe, like that hand, or is the hand of God, or whatever you believe in. But nonetheless, this card is, as I said, it's a dreamy state of mind, when you might be wondering what ifs. What if my life would be like that? What if my love life would be that way? Or what if my partner would be a certain way? As opposed to accepting the person, the situation, whatever you're in, and valuing it. But also, sometimes whenever this card comes in, I kind of like to say that there's something on offer to you. Maybe somebody wants to ask you out on a date. Maybe somebody is trying to make peace with you. And it's not exactly what you want. Maybe you want something else, a different kind of person. But again, maybe this is what you need right now, because it's coming from the universe. So all I'm saying is, be open to opportunities, and not ditch them immediately. Okay, so the next card of your reading continues with this dreamy state of mind. You do have here the Seven of Cups, which is all about choices, all about dreaming, being in the clouds as well. So when this card comes up, some of you might have a lot of choices. Maybe you have multiple people that are interested in getting to know you. Maybe there are multiple ways a certain situation can unfold, and you have hard time to choose how to move forward, right? That's why you have that hesitant departure card in the center, because you just don't know how those choices will turn out for you. None of us know. But what you need to know here is, what you need to do here is try to think about what is your long-term goal, and which of these options, people, opportunities will get you to that long-term option. But very important for you to have a long-term choice, because if you don't have one, then it's going to be even harder to make a decision in terms of which direction to go to, because this card can be connected to manifestations. Usually the sevens are connected to it. But when this card comes in, sometimes you want something, and then the next day you want the opposite of it. Like one day you're like, oh my God, I so want to be in a relationship. I want to meet the person of my life. And then the next day, oh my God, no, I don't want to meet anybody. But that's the energy. Obviously, in your life, this can play out very differently. I'm just giving you examples so you understand the feeling of it. And also, you need to be a little bit more realistic, which we talked about here. That kind of, I think that's the theme of the reading, because those pink clouds indicate that some of you might be seeing something, a situation or a person, in terms of better than what they actually are. Now, I want to call your attention to these cards. Right? You have a very strong theme here. Four of Cups is all about dreaming. Seven of Cups, choices, dreaming, being in the clouds. And your main card is your dreams need a practical plan. So you need to kind of come down to the earth and start to think about how you're going to make your manifestation come to life. What is the exact things you need to do? Very, very strong message. All right, the next card of your reading is the Hierophant. So Hierophant is a card of faith. So have faith in yourself, first and foremost, and have faith in the universe, that the universe is working for you and not against you. But this is also a card of blessings, commitment as well, and also can be connected to a community. So maybe a community is playing a very, very important role in your life, in terms of meeting people or connecting with people or helping you to get through a difficult situation. It can be a religious community or any kind of community where, you're able to meet people. But again, this is also a card of blessing. So you might expect a blessing coming your way. But also, this is a very traditional card as well. So traditions might play a very important role in your life, in your love life, or in a certain relationship. But also this is a card of marriage as well, right? When this card comes up, some of you might be meeting someone where you kind of end up in a very traditional, valued-based relationship. And also, as I said, this is a card of commitment. So some of you are evolving a relationship, making a commitment, maybe going steady, getting engaged, married as well. It's a typical marriage card when it comes to love and relationships. The next card in your reading is the Two of Wands, which is a card of planning and deciding. The story behind this card that this is someone who really got to the top really fast and got bored, right? And we have here the boredom card. So some of you might have achieved something really fast. Maybe you met your partner very early. Some of you, maybe at school, because this can indicate learning and studies. So some of you might be high school sweethearts as well, or you're just been with this person for a long time. You met this person at a very early stage, and some of you might be bored right now, because with the Two of Wands, you kind of want to explore the world. You want to explore more, but whatever you have right now is holding you back in that. Now, obviously, this is a card of planning, so some of you are kind of planning your next move in terms of how your love life, how your relationship might evolve. And this card simply also means that you're at the fork of a road where you need to make a decision. Some of you need to make a decision, which you have kind of here two decision cards. This is like when you're at the fork of road, this is where you have multiple choices. And you need to make a decision if you have multiple choices. Who you're going to choose, or you might have to decide between multiple people. Some of you need to choose whether you want to be single, whether you want to be in a relationship, whether you want to get married as well, whether you want to be whether you want to get together with someone, being back as well, to kind of hash things out. But there's a lot of kind of decisions here, but we'll see where that Two of Wands is pointing. Alright, the next card in your reading is the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning. All the aces bring something new, and this is full of passion. This is that little spark that can create a big, big flame, a big, big fire. So this can be a date that just starts out as a hot date and then turns into something more. This can be that initial flame, that initial spark that started a relationship, and it is coming back. But this is a very, very passionate new energy in your life. Out with the old, in with the new. Alright, let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype if it's available, because that's an indication that the reading helped you. And you're also helping me to grow the channel, to make sure that the message gets out to those who need it the most. For you, it is only costing a push of a few buttons. So I hope that you already pushed those like, share, hype buttons and subscribe. And don't forget about the comment section. Let me know how this reading is resonating with you. Where are you watching from? And put in some positive affirmations as well. For example, I leave the difficulties behind, and my life is easy and effortless. You can also put in that I'm able to balance my dreams and reality as well. And you can also put as well that I'm able to make decisions that benefit me the most. Your reading continues here with the Five of Wands. So Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. When it comes in, it can indicate a conflict between two people, or internally as well. Some of you might be going through an internal conflict. What's really important here that it's not a hardcore conflict. It's not kind of like when there's no turning back. This is kind of like when people just see things differently because they're coming from a different background, different upbringing, different cultures, or it might be different age groups as well. And that's kind of causing the difference. It can be also that some of you are just trying to see how far you're able to go with each other as well. And of course, competition is another theme. Like if you are, you have all these choices, there might be people competing for you. Or you might be competing for people that are very popular here. But I'm kind of getting it. It's more the other way. People are competing for you. And you can see that Two of Wands is pointing to that. So which kind of means that whatever represents that Five of Wands in your life, whether it is cultural or background differences, whether it's all about how far you're able to go with each other or competition, that seems to be a core of your decision, how you're going to move forward, what kind of decision you're going to make. All right, you do have also here the Devil. Well, the Devil is a sign of Capricorn, so some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. But the Devil is generally here to tell you that something is out of balance in your life. You're overdoing something. Some of you might be obsessed with something, and simply there's just something out of balance. Now I'm gonna give you a couple of examples. Like you're gonna know better how the Devil is manifesting in your life. So, for example, if you're single, it might be you're just going through relationships that are one night stands, passionate, full of passion, but no emotional attachment, right? You can kind of see how there the physical aspect is overtaking. Or it might be that you're in a relationship where there's a lot of dependency. It can be any kind of dependency, emotional, financial, or can be dependency on a sexual way, or addictions as well, right? There's many shadow ways that the Devil can manifest in your life. Right, so what you need to kind of focus on, what is in your life that you're overdoing, what is in your life that you are, you need balance. Now, if I kind of just go back to the theme of this reading, your dreams need a practical plan. So some of you might be obsessed with the dreaming part and you're enjoying that process, but maybe you need to be a little bit more realistic now in terms of, okay, I have this dream, I have this grand dream, so how am I gonna get to it? Let me know how this Devil is manifesting in your life. All right, the next card in your reading is the Fool, which is all about, I'm just kind of processing the thoughts that are coming in. So the Fool is all about new chapter, new beginning, going into a brand new direction and taking that leap of faith. And you can kind of see that Ace of Wands, which is this passionate new beginning of some sort. It might be a passionate new beginning of relationship or a new relationship. You're taking that leap of faith when the Fool is here. But the Fool is like, all about action. It's all about being a little bit light in terms of not taking things seriously as well. And that's kind of like a very dreamy energy as well. And when you kind of look at how the Devil is connected, again, I'm kind of getting here that some of you might be taking your dreams too lightly, and you're not necessarily serious about what is that you want. So anyway, you need to kind of become a little bit more serious, or someone needs to be serious in terms of that. All right, let's see what you have at the bottom of the deck. You do have here the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a very, very slow-moving energy. It is kind of one of those when you put a lot of effort into something and you're kind of wondering, is it worth continuing? Or should I need to go into a brand new direction? So some of you might put a lot of effort into dating and you're like, oh my God, where is this Prince Charming? Some of you might have put a lot of effort into an existing relationship and you're like, okay, where is this heading? Do I need to continue, or do I need to go into a brand new direction as well? Right? I think there's definitely some new beginnings. You're going to take a leap of faith into a new direction. But obviously, the Seven of Pentacles really depends on what is the results that you're seeing, right? You're going to make that decision because, he's looking at the results, and you're evaluating what's going on in your love life or in a relationship. And also the Seven of Pentacles is also connected to a manifestation, right? So you have kind of here two cards, two sevens that are talking to a manifestation or manifesting something. Again, you need to kind of balance here realism and the dreams, because the cups are all about dreams and the pentacles are all about realism. So that's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and it was helpful for you, and I'll be able to welcome you again. And I want to wish all of you a very happy holiday season and a very happy new year as well.